Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me. Can you hear Rod in the background? Let me know if you can hear him and if it's too much, and we'll do the demo a bit later. The mic is designed to actually block out a lot of that, but being quite loud, we don't know. So I'll wait and see. Hi. So I'll see what he says. You let me know what you think. Just trying to get this up on my computer. There we go. Got about 23 people on, so hi Sandy. Howdy, howdy. Hi Heather, can you hear warm there? No, Tracy just told, oh, good old hot flush. It must be warm there today. No. Can you hear that background noise, or is it just like a faint noise in the background? Hi everyone, Stacey, Cherie, Janine, Cody, where are your clothes? It is freezing here. Hot flush, love it. Hi everyone, says Denise. Howdy, howdy. All good? Great. Let's go for it. Yeah, the strange seeing without a jumper on. It's freezing here. We got a 15 today. Yeah, look, it's cold here too. Is that your new room coming along? Yes, Stella. So you can hear it. Is it too... It's just background noise? Good. Okay, let's just keep going then. So I'm going to put the camera down. And I'll just move my mouse out of the way. You hear it, but it's just background noise. If that is it, then that's fine. So I'll just put this down because I want to show you something I just had a thought. And you'll be happy to know the boxes that came in are not fabric. Just saying. Let me just turn the camera down. Oh, he's just stopped, Janie. So here we go. Let's put that down there. All right. Now, I keep putting this back in its little thingy, little bag. It's the Sasha collection from Pauline's Quilters World, and and I thought, right, I need to put it in something. So I thought I'll try this. It's either this one or the next size up. So this is the travel wallet. So a lot of people use this for when they go traveling and they put their stuff in it. Cards and things like that, just to keep in one place. But I thought that this would be a really good one to keep these in. So I've got the traveler. This is it here. There it is. I know, says Stella. Stella's like, oh. So I'm just gonna put them in their little order. The wrong way around. Anyway, that's sort of how they go. So I thought I'll put, well, there's 4 of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm going to have, I'll go for the bottom ones first. So put these at the bottom. Good afternoon, Louise. But I keep putting them back in and then they fall out and yada, yada, yada. So I thought, well, I'll just put a couple in each. And that sort of keeps them clean and I can see them, so I'll just spread them out a bit. Come on, spread out. There we go. Nice and flat too. Might actually put 3 in that one. So who's watching today? Is it in, who's in lockdown? Yeah, who's in lockdown at the moment? Good question. Then we're going, actually I probably, yeah, that's the right ones. Then I'll put 3 in the next one. So that's your 1 1/2. Turn it way I can read it. 1 1/8 and 1 1/4. Yimini, get in there. No, not us. No, we're not in, we're not in lockdown. No, I mean, they've still got the restrictions, but we're not in lockdown, no. And then the 2 big kahuna ones up here in there. And I thought as I get more, I can just, you know, and that can become my little sasha collection in one little thing. Oh, permit conditions, but I'm actually at home. Okay, no, what is lockdown? What is lockdown here? Now, I saw this little sticker thing. I mean, you could try and take it off. I don't know whether it would come off without, not without an argument. You could always cut that out, and you could stitch it on the back if you wanted to by hand. That little doodah. Hi, Veronica. Yeah, I thought so, and it's nice and neat. I mean, you can put up there sashes, so you know what's in it, or across here. You can get a label thing and put it there. Oh, you're in lockdown, Lynette. Sorry to hear that. There, then it's all nice and neat. And they're only 20. Good question. No, that's 52. That's the sasha collection. Oh, here we are. $24.95, and I've got them in all the colours. My hometown, I grew up in Edith. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's those. So they're the travel wallets. So if you ever want one of those, that's a good use for them. They're all, because they're so small, I always sort of wonder, what am I using it for? You know, I've tried feet in it and stuff. You're always in lockdown, yeah. And I sort of ummed and ahed, but I thought that was a great idea, and now I can get rid of that. And this here, obviously, you can put in your folder where you keep your instructions or destructions. You know, you can keep that for later. You don't want to throw that away. But yeah, that gets rid of one good, you know, bit of stuff that I have laying around and creates another. You have, Sandy would like a purple one. Let me grab a pen and paper, because of course I did this without paper and pen. Let me put down here, travel wallet. Sandy, purple. Yeah, easy. Done. Yeah, so I just thought it was a great little idea. And like I say, you get your little, your booklets that have got, what are they called, those clear sleeves in them, and you'd open that out because it's like an A5, so that you can read each side without having to take it out all the time. Sure, Janine, no worries. All right, so that's what I thought with that. Now, getting back to this one, I'm going to have a black one for Janine Round. I missed the first part, Michelle. What are those things you're putting in there? Julie, yep, hang on. Janine. So they are what they call a sasha. So I did it the other day because it's a demo, not a sale. Yeah, well, it is a demo. Christine, oh, thank you, Stella. I didn't see that, Christine. It is a demo, but I saw it and I went, oh, got to show you that, because after this, I'm going to open up the boxes. I am opening up the boxes. All right. So, yeah. So, Julie, these are the sashes. So what they do is they help you create this. So you know your sashings, binding or whatever. And yeah, so that's what they do. So rather than, and I don't want to lose them. I'm always frightened I'm going to lose them because they're so tiny. And if you ever saw my room, you'd be like, oh my God, you could lose anything in this room. I've got lost in this room. So that's why I wanted them. Yeah, thanks, Christine. All right, so let's get back to it. So I have in front of me, I haven't done any more since I spoke to you on last Sunday, because I had about 8-9 boxes. Oh, sorry, Lynette, they're $24.95. Did I say before? I can't remember. Yeah, $24.95. So what I've done is, because I don't have, I've put Denise's ruler in her bag and it's all ready to go to her place, and I've got all the bits and pieces ready. So to tell you what you need, hi Terry, how you going? What we're making is this part here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So it's basically half white, half colour. Yeah? Yeah. Yes, I know, Denise. I finally let you have your ruler. So that's sort of what we're wanting to do. So we need 4 of this, okay? And then we need 4 of these. And these are 16.5 inch, hi Jenny, squares of the opposite colour. Now, a couple of people have asked me for black. I've sent them an email saying, where is my black? I haven't actually heard a response yet because it's Sunday, of course, but I will keep you up to date. And I have ordered 4.5 inch squares was I supposed to have. Yep, I'll let you know. But I have ordered some more black batik, which could very well be used instead, and I will let you know on that when it comes in. So, getting back to these, you need 6 white 4.5 inch squares per corner. Then you need 4 half and halves. So that's half and half. Then you need 6 colour ones. Hi Debbie. Okay. And that will create this. Then what you're going to do when you get this, because this is the part, we started with this section in the middle first, and then we've created this next border, which looks like a star as you go out. So this one will be placed. Now your instant reaction is to go, oh, where am I putting it? Do I start it, you know, up here or here? You put it on the edge. Okay. And then the other one will go on that side facing the other way, which creates that V that comes in there, the colour solid ones we made in the first video. Oh, look. Oh, good question. I would have to count them again, Cody, because I'm going by the seat of my pants, but I will count them for you and let you know. All right? I might even write all this down very, very quickly as what you need, like cutting. Hi, Claire. So that creates that V coming down, and it will happen on the sides and the bottom as well. And these big white squares go in your corner pieces, not in between. Okay. So you've got to have 4 of these big squares to cater for 4 of these. Yeah? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll just pop this centerpiece aside, try not to crunch it too much. That's the one I've already done for the top. Okay. And I'm using this one. So here's another good way to use the 6.5 inch. Look, I reckon you'd have plenty, Cody. Plenty, I reckon, 106. Destructions sound wonderful. Kerry Lee, yeah, it sort of won't be destructions, but it'll, the video gives you enough destruction, but it'll be at least a count of what you've got to cut or make up. So this ruler, I don't know if you can see, I'll put it on the white. Hang on, let me get that white. Place it here. So on the ruler, and I'll zoom it in. I got it now. I was wondering what was going in the corners. I see. All right, let's just zoom that in a bit. We needed 2 by charm packs and 2 meters of white. Yeah, roughly. Yeah. So here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 7, right? And this is your 6.5 inch one. So it goes to 6.5 here. This is the way it cuts this way. Now, if I want a 4.5, there's my line there, and there's my line there. There's my cutting bit, the 4.5. So when I want to cut with this, okay, and you can see, actually I'll come back with that, you'll just be able to see there's a dotted line, okay, and that needs to be on my seam, okay. Video would be good with the discussion. Yeah, yep, Heather, I've started, they're actually still in my history, the videos, and I have uploaded them. I've just got to add all the details to them and what video is what and what section, da-da-da. So when you get one of these, which you've sewn together, and we did that in the first demo, we made these. Now your instant reaction is to want to do that thing. I don't with this one, only because I don't want too much bulk up in those seams. I get fingernail, the dry iron. Make sure it's a dry iron. You don't want steam. Steam will make the triangles go into all sorts of weird, wonderful shapes. That's a big no-no with anything on the bias. So just push that open with your finger a little. grab your mini iron. Just give that a little bit of a once over. Off. Yeah, I've got the cord wrapped around me. And just wiggle it open. Go this side, do the same thing. Alright, I'm not pressing hard. Again, give that a nice firm touch. And I'm not pulling, I'm not tugging, I'm not doing none of those things. I don't want it to stretch, okay? Then you get your cutter, get 2 meters of the standard width, 150 extra wide, yeah. Yes, different I'm going to have, hang on, what's that, I can't see that, 2 meters, maybe 1.3 of it for the first lot of squares. I might use a different if I'm not going to have enough. I'll have to come back and read those. I'm not quick enough. Opening those seams took forever. I know, sorry lovey. So you get that line and make sure it goes on that seam, okay? Make sure it's on that seam and line it up there. All right. Now, I'm only able to cut one way with this, so I'm just going to turn it that way. Hold it nice and flat. There's my 4.5. Place it in and trim. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it that way and find my line. And there it is. So now it is exactly 4.5, and I need to just trim a little bit off this side. I've resharpened this blade that many times. It's doing really well actually. There's probably time to change it. Now I've got to go the other way. Okay, so you know you've got, there's your line there, the white one. You started with 2 meters. I used 1.5 already. 70 won't be enough. Yeah, I reckon you're going to need at least 2.5, but I do have more of the white and everything. So using that white line that's on the ruler, line it up with your stitch line. Yeah, it was a bit of a guess at the start because I wasn't too sure. And make sure that the ruler is on the edge of your fabric as best you can, and that line is lined up on that stitch line, and your 4.5 is there. So it'll freak you out because you'll just realize how out you are. Come on. And then you'll turn it that way, use that white line, and all of a sudden you'll go, oh my God, there's a 4.5-inch square in the center of this. So if I need a color behind it, hang on. So if I put that here, there it is, there's my 4.5-inch square. Okay. Oh, you use Lolly Pink, okay. Alright, so I'll do it again. So find that white line, get my 4.5-inch square there, line up all those corners because I've cut all 3 now. So I want to make sure that is really nice and square by having the line on my seam, and the line of the 4.5-inch square goes all the way around except this one. I'm going to need a little extra room. My blade in there because there we go. And there you go, a little bit more fiddling, but there you go, you can still do it. I've drawn up each stage, and then you can go back to the maths of how, oh yeah, you can, absolutely you could. I'm not, we'd have guessed that. Oh, my computer just shut down for me. Oh, good one. I don't know what happened there. So, do you have home, Julie? Okay. So that's how I used the other rulers. So if you're waiting for your 4.5-inch square ruler, and you have other rulers, you can still use them. It's a bit more fiddly, but it still works. All right, so these ones have all been squared up. Oh, I haven't threaded my needle yet. So I need to get these together. Now remember, you're going to do the opposites. So I'll just zoom out. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Oh yes, whites and greys would be gorgeous. So there's that one there. Okay. And we're going to come this way. So if you were placing this down and you were still trying to figure it out, what was going on, you would have set these out in some sort of, you know, oops, got to go that way. So make sure your lines are going the wrong way. You don't want to go in the wrong way. And I have already set this out before. So you're basically going to see me just place it back where I had it. That one there. So what I did when I first started was I got these ones and went across. And that gave me my line, and then I fill up the rest. Oops, that one's going the wrong way. All right, so here you go, that one. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not, Cody? Just do each bit as you go. I'm pretty much doing the same thing, sweetheart. So, all right, and I think I'll have it going the other way. And then I've got basically all three of these. That one there. Come on. That one there. And that one there. And then that one there. Okay. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white ones. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 half ones. And then 6 of the coloured ones. And there's your V. Okay, there's your V. So first things first, we're going to start sewing these together. Oops, days. Just went over my jumper. Okay, so grab your pins wherever I've put them. Come on, little pins. Where did I put you? And there they are. Couldn't see for looking. So you're going to need to grab that, turn that over. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I can't, waiting for fabric, have to buy it black and white, not usually my thing. Making it as a gift, so didn't want to be stuck with excess, not buy enough, had to plan. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And then that with that one. And put a pin in the side you're going to be stitching. Don't just put one in the middle. Okay, and then those two becomes line 1. Okay, I'm just going to pop them there like that. Move those babies out of the way. Actually, I might pop them all the way over there. Right out of the way. Then you grab the next row. I think I'll still set it that way. And pin in. And then a pin in. And this stage you're not worrying so much about trying to meet up joins or anything, which is fabulous. So that over there, and doing it bit by bit does help. You're not overthinking things. That's number 3. You can number them if you want to, or if you've got numbered pins, that can help. And that one over there. And that's number 4. Okie doke. Now, just pop your pins back to the side. Kids, both working every single day of the holiday, so I'm hoping to get stuck in and catch up. That's a great idea. So I'm just going to move the camera up a little. Hopefully that's not too far up. And try and zoom in. Oh, way too much. And go over here. Lifting. There we go. Okay. So, number 4 down the bottom. Row 3, row 2, what's the days? Yep, no, that's right. And row 1, okay? We'll want them facing the right way. So starting with number 1, needle up. That'll be super awesome. I just threaded a bobbin, so I had to pull out, what's the name, a bobbin, so I had to pull out the thread because I didn't want to have it knotting up underneath. That one down there, that in there. For some reason or other, I've got the proverbial shakes today. I'm not sure what's going on, but just one of those days, hey. Alrighty. That one there. Make sure that we're on the right settings. And again, this one doesn't, I don't have my 1/4 inch thing set in there yet, so I'm sort of guessing. Sometimes I end up with this massive wide 1/4 inch, so apologise ahead of time. Do you need one of your needles? Yeah, I know. I end up with none because I end up selling them all, and then I end up with none. I'm like, really? All right, so this will be number 2. Occasionally I get to get one of those things. And just have a couple of stitches past that thing, the first one, into your second, couple of stitches past. So that's row number 1. Now you can cut off. There's number 1, okay? And then, or did I? No, I just put number 1 and 2. Hang on, I mixed them up. My bad. That is actually number 2. Oh no, that is number 1. 1 and 1, yep. Then we've got the next one. Make sure your edges are lined up. That was a bit big, but that's okay. I can deal with that. And then I might just lift up the needle, lift up the foot, so it doesn't do a locking stitch. Sugar withdrawals. I don't know what it is, so to be honest with you. Might be. Might very well be. Yeah. Some sort of something. Okay, this is the side I'm sewing on. And this one. So I had a look at getting in these, what do they call them, irons, and I'd have to order like nearly $10,000 worth, and I just went, no. So it doesn't look like I'll get that very soon. Yeah. Oh, you silly woman. That was my fault. Julie, I love the one you made. I mean, it's beautiful. I have it in my car. Julie, Sue Sleeman, yeah. Hi, Sue. I'd say you are sister or sister-in-law. of Julie Sleeman, correct? Oh, come on, Michelle, you can do it. In there. I'm not biting my tongue properly. Correct, I see. I thought it might have been. Welcome, Sue. So the lines you can see on the camera are because there's a lot of white on the screen, and with the digital, anything digital, it tends to make this sort of shimmer along like a wiggly line across it. Okay, and we're on to the last one. Now I can lock off. Alrighty, so let's move this back over to where we were. And I'll just turn around. There we go. So I'm working sideways. I like to work around the side of this table. So that there, and there. I'm just going to make sure they are in correct placement before I do anything stupid and sew them together. And no, that's a top one. See, you can make mistakes. Put them in the wrong angle or wrong thingy. There we go. 2 and 1. All right. So now we've got that sort of sorted. South Australia's just closed the borders to ACT, New to WA and Queensland. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. All right. So before I go any further, I'm just going to close them up because I want to do the seams. So I'm going to keep them in this order now. So that's 1 and 2, 3, and it does take a little bit longer, but you will enjoy these seams. So with the fingies, quick press, down and over again. And that's 1, and open up. Oh, okay, no, should be right until 6 o'clock thing. Yeah, okay. Oh well, I think she dropped the ball a bit this time, New South Wales. I think she waited a bit long, unusual for him. But anyway, it is what it is. I think she's done a brilliant job so far. So, you can cross the borders here. Yeah, well, so far so I can cross the border. So that's the bottom one. Then we go the next one. Flip her over. Give it a bit of a press. Hi, Michelle. And then the next one, which is here. Open it up. And the reason why I open up too, there's another good reason, is because when I'm starting to match points on the back, you'll see that little thing. This is a good one to show you. That's where my pin will go through, right there. All right, so that is going to go with that. Flip. Make sure those all go in the right way. Got to have the sound effects. And then that one. It's number, oh, well, that's number 2, but 3rd bottom. So if you just sit there and slowly get those open, just little bits at a time. There's no need to rush, and unless you know you're running out of time and you've got to do it by a certain time, but other than that, it creates a bit of a thread thing going on. A nice seam for you. As a quilter, there's nothing worse than having a quilt and you put on, it's got white all over it, like all the white, and then you've got all this black thread in the seams just hanging out like little spider legs. Very annoying. So you're trying to get them out. It can be an absolute nightmare. Just letting you know. And when you might not see it now, but when you wet it, you know, washing, you'll really see it. That one there, and that one. Turn her over. And we're going to give that a little press. Back over. That was a bit of an iron, not so much of a press. Okay. Okay, that one across there. And that's that. You can see it's a little bit skewy, but when I go and put it together, she'll be fine. It'll press out nicely. And that one there can go on top. There, ready to do the next. So let's, oops-a-days, let's do it over there. I hope you're all girls safe. Yeah, we're all fine. Most of us are fine, I think. Well, I'm fine down here. I just don't go anywhere. Except I do have to go to Tamworth, but that's rural New South Wales. So that one there is going to go point, put the points together, line up the sides, get it up there, move that out of the way. That's number one. I am hot stuff today. Yeah. Yeah, you know when you just don't, you can't cool down, and oh, my toes sore and this, that, and I've got a headache, and I've had, he does. And I've been nowhere COVID related or anything, and mask up all the time. All right, so next one, I'm just going to get rid of that black thread. And still not having to meet any points, which is great. Dan said hello. He's snuggled into his blanket today, I bet. I know, Stella. I'm like, how whingy can one person be in one day? Seriously. poor Lucy came here to pick up her stuff. And I'm like, oh, whinging and whining. God, someone needs to shoot me. Put me down if I was a horse. Oh, bloody, that stupid neighbour again rang the council. I mean, she knows my number. She knows who I am on Facebook, but she rings the council, and I know that Serena shouldn't be out, but it's her fault in the beginning. She keeps going there. No, not a lot of it, yeah. Because she fed her bloody chicken. So now the dog keeps going there when she goes out the gate. Now anyway, another story. Cranky pants I was. Yeah. Alright, so move back around to your little ironing section. Okay. Grab the first one off. Flip her over. Oh, no, I'm just being a sook. Just being sooky lala. It's because I didn't get enough sleep the night before, and it makes me... And they had 18,000 new cases yesterday. Who? Who had 18,000 new cases? The UK? Holy heck. Or India. So that's the first one. Okay, that's going to be that way. So, UK, God almighty, that's a lot. Oh dear. Well, fingers crossed there's not too many fatalities out of that. Okay, so that one is definitely that way. Then that one is that way. That can go on top. There's a lot of cases. Yeah, we haven't seen that here. We're very lucky, really, considering. I know that 920 deaths is not lucky, but still it's a hell of a lot better than what some of the other countries have had across the world. Through your website, it felt strange not doing it. I see that, Michelle. Yes, I'll have to order that fabric in, love, so I will pop it with the order that's still sitting here. It is, yeah, almost done. So wanted to make sure we got as much as we could in the packaging. It could be a few weeks before that comes in if they've got it in stock. I thought I had some, but no. All right, so that one there. Okay, so that's how that goes. Now we go this one down the bottom, and the next one, and that one, and then that one. So need your iron, or your iron, your pins, I should say, and you're going to grab. I'll just pop that on top of that for that moment. That one there, we're going to concentrate on these two, and we're going to flip it, and these are going to go together on this side. Grab this pin. I'll see if I can. I watched. Oh, I know. I'll see if I can get in a bit closer so you guys can really see this pin thing. I'll see if I can find the camera. Hang on. Where is it? There we are. Back here a little bit. So, pin in that little point there, here, through the top one. Make sure it's right in that point. Then that point there, you're going to point straight down, lift up. The pin, give it a bit of a wiggle so that the pin drops straight down. See how it's dropping straight down? I can sort of see you guys commenting, but I can't read them. Then grab a couple of pins. I love this mat, by the way, just saying. And pin either side, or just one side, either is fine. So one there. I'm going to pin the other side. It just helps to reduce movement. Keeping that straight. And then that I'll line up when I get there. Then we're going to do the same with this one. So you can see, well, you're probably hard to see, there's a green one there coming across there. You ended up with a jelly roll on yours that you didn't order, Cody? And now, all right, so let us know if we need some more, as we are sure to have something between us. I can't see your comments properly because I'm doing this. And my computer decided to turn its little old self off. Don't know why. And the other side. Cody, was the boutique for Michelle. If you haven't, you're welcome to it. It was the boutique for Michelle. If I haven't, you're welcome to it. Okay, all right. I'm not too sure what you guys are talking about, so I apologise for not being able to follow what's going on. Okay. But I'll just keep doing my job. All right. And then take that out. Now, I'm not pinning the start or the end because I'll just line up. Oops, take that pin out of there. And that's how you're going to pin both of these pieces. So that's one. Then we get the second one. Just pop it there. There. And there. This one's a little bit easier because it's more white than it is anything else. So turn over. Oh, this is a lolly pink homespun 73 and 2 boutiques. I suppose a photo in the comments of Michelle's last post about getting more boxes. Oh, that is from Michelle. There's a lolly pink homespun 73. I remember 73. I might be able to get that still. Do you need it? I might be able to get that. Cody, got the code 73. So line up that point one first. What jelly roll did you get, Cody, that wasn't yours, that you didn't order? So one side and the other. And then take that one out. Now with these, beauty of this, you can just line up that line. You'll be able to see it from top if they're lined up because you'll be able to see the seam. And put a pin right next to it. And that one's a little bit skew. Hi, Kathy. And oopsie days. So I'm going to line that up with that one. Little wiggle. And pin it. And again, I'm not bothering about the bottoms. So I've got those two there like that. Okay. I'm going to zoom it back out a bit. Oopsie days. There we go. And let's take her over to the machine. And let's start sewing these together. Okay, here's one. So see how I didn't bother pinning. I'm just lining up those points there and making it sit nice. Lift up. And fingers crossed I don't lose my thread again. There we go. And I'm aiming for that little sort of V shape there where that thing joins. Oopsie days. And I just want to be just above it and put my needle in it and then take that second one out. Then go along. Holding onto it nice and still. Get your needle in there. Make sure it's nice and still. And zoom along to my next one. I don't know, there was a jelly roll on my invoice. I was going to wait until the parcel arrives before messaging it, just in case it's nice and I want to keep it. You can do that. This one here, I'm going to actually miss my point if I'm not careful. Very close. That's because that point's, it's a smaller seam than the others, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. And then do the next one. Line up those edges. And as you get closer to that, just take that out. Just going to trim that off. I wonder what colour it was. the last one. Make sure my points there match. Got my needle in that little triangle, point of that triangle, and just run across. Sorry, Cody, just checked, and I don't have any of those ones. Yeah. So, number 73, was it 73? I can find out if I can get some, probably can. I'm just going to open this out. And there we go. Okay, so 1 and number 2, or 1 and 2, whatever you want to call it. Then we're going to flip over one of them. Just get your fingers in there and give her a bit of a press. And we'll be able to see what our points are like. Okay, there is a pic on the box's post in reply. Okay, all right, I'll have a look. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a wiggle because there's quite a bit there, but because I've got these open seams, it's not like a real big bulk on one side. And then turn her over. If you want to use a starch, you can definitely use starch at this point. I've got a little bit of a wiggle there, but they're pretty good. I'm okay with that. More worried about these white ones where they meet. They're the ones you don't want, you know, have a big change in them because they're really obvious. And do this one. Come on. So if we have a group where people, I need someone who's going to do the administration of it because I certainly would not have time. Open another page and check to the last post from Michelle. Open another page. Okay, cool. This is a gorgeous colour. This is from Surf, the Surf range that I had. Now how colours change all the time, but this one is the Surf Charm Squares or Aussie Squares, whatever you want to call them. Pack. Over. And for someone who sort of ran through those pretty quickly, that's not too bad. What's going on with that one? Why is that so skinny there? There we go. So the one that says 5 more boxes, oh, that's the one from today. So you can see the point, not bad for a beginner. That one then goes up the top, and we put that one down the bottom. I think that's the way I had it. Either that or the other way. No, it has to be that way. And we're going to turn it over top and tail. We're going to stitch on that side, that top side. So I am going to just go there. I'm going to grab this seam over here. I'll turn it around so you can see it. Nice points. Not quite so pointless after all. That one in there. That one in there. We're going to do the same as we did before and have those points sitting nice. Nice, different, unusual. And that one there. And that one there. So who's going to be the monitor of the group? So we just have people putting in post of their work and stuff. Take that one out. Where we can all share things. Because I don't have time to open up another page and monitor it. I might. Oh, I don't know. What group? Well, we were talking yesterday about starting up a group so that we can share photos with each other, just those who are a part of the Michelle's Patchwork sort of thing, and who want to, you know, I've got a friends of Michelle's Patchwork. I mean, you could always go there. That's all I need. Take that one out. Yeah, you can actually, I can change it to Michelle's Patchwork Work in Progress, I don't know, sharing group. We could do that. Or we could just go Michelle's Sharing Patchwork group. I don't know. But we could just use that group. I'm happy to do that. So now I'm going to turn this and I'm going to take her over the machine and join these two together. Okay. Alrighty. That little hairy bit off. I don't normally get, didn't you create a friends? Yeah, that's right, Chris. I've got that one. We could always use that one. I'm happy for you guys to share all your stuff in there. No reason why not. A lot of people do. It's not like a lot of those American sites where it's really, really flat out busy. You know, you got 30 bloody posts a day, but it's absolutely safe. And I do already monitor that, make sure that, you know, there's no widows. Yeah. So, well, let's just use friends of Michelle's Patchwork, and I can always change the name. Yeah, and the privacy. All right, let's do that. Cut that off. Well, nearly didn't make it. All right, so we're going to just, I'm not on that one. I am not a friend. Yes, you are, honeys. You just haven't found it. So you can all go and add yourselves into Friends of Michelle's Patchwork. I think I've got it set at auto, like, you know, as long as you haven't just opened up your very own Facebook book page and things like that. So try and keep out the trolls of the world. So yeah, so go and find that, Friends of Michelle's Patchwork, and you can absolutely share anything you like in there. Good one, Chris. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah, more the merrier, I think. You aren't there either, Kathy and Stella. Yeah. Okay, so let's turn that over. Not a bad point. It's not perfect. Oh, that's got a bit of a crease in it. Trim that off later. That'll go in the seam. Just nice. I can still help admin if you'd like. Just need, yeah, sure, Tracy, I can do that. Absolutely. Yeah, just to keep off the, you know, the weirdos and stuff. Trolls, weirdos, anyone who does that full, I don't know, psycho-political crap. Okay, so not a bad point. So I've just, it's a little bit off. But it's, once I turn it and put it that way, what do they do on Friends of Michelle's Patchwork? Not a great deal, actually. Sharp scissors win. This, I'm not sure, Kathy. It's still WIP. It just goes to show who your real friends are. That's right, Stacey. That's right. Are you on there, Stacey? I'm sure you are. Unpick and redo. No, that's, no, I'd be okay with that. Me, I'm not that anally retentive. No. Look, 100 mile on the back of a horse, 100 mile an hour, not visible. So you got the two pieces now, exactly the same. You can see, let me just see if I can, I was trying to lie for you, Stacey. So you got them like that, yeah? And you want to flip that one, grab that side, and reach your pins. You posting lives here for a cut. You posting lives there for, yeah, I did, yes. Yeah, at one point we had some issues. I think it was a while ago now. That's my side I'm sewing on. So again, I'm doing the same thing I did before. Just making sure that my seams match as best as I can, you know, and like I say, if a blind man would love to see it. If they don't exactly match, don't sort of kill yourself over it. Who cares? Like I say, the main one that I want to match is that white one, just so that when I stitch that tiny little indiscretion that I had there, that will disappear in the stitching. You won't see that. So I'm just lining up those once again. Yeah, I think you can add your friends and stuff. You can share that group out to your friends as well. I think it's pretty user-friendly, so to speak. So that one there. And it's just a nice little group that people, mostly it's people who are on Michelle's patchwork, you know. That one there on the end. I'm not going to line up because I'll line it up when I get to the sewing machine. Can you invite me as well? Yeah, invite. Oh, there you go. Kayleen's put it there in the comments. Again, I'm just going to grab this baby, take her over here. Might move that for a sec. So you're going to make 4 of these, just like this. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 big squares. Join them together to make 4. Now, yeah, and I'm thinking that when I sew, like quilt on this, and I do the stitch in the ditch, that little tiny little indiscretion there will probably vanish into the quilting. Just added myself on there. Nice. Just added myself and posted the fabrics and using there. Great. Follow the link from Kayleen and join. Thank you. All right. There we go. See, that one there is a little bit out. But to be honest, I'd rather that than I would have it out over here. Once you quilt all this, you're not going to see it. See? Can you see how it's just out a little bit on the white? Thank you, Kathy. So I'm leaving that, because that's the kind of person I am. I'm okay with that. White thread, we're going to have some really nice feathers working in there. You won't even see that. That will disappear completely. So again, I'm pressing those open with my finger, just joined as well. Nice. Gosh. Absolutely share your stuff there. Share it with, you guys will see each other's things then. I know it's a bit harder to see them on my business page, because I think it's the way they set up business pages that things have to be authorized by the owner and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a little bit rough on the joining there, but blind man, I'd love to see it. There we go. Done. Just joined. Good. Would be nice to be like that. I have to unpick. Oh, Cody, can you see it? Like, really? Is it that bad? But look at my V. The V is perfect. That is really, really good. And then what you're going to do, what is it actually called? Oh, Jenny, it's called Friends of Michelle's Patchwork. Just joined. Yep, no worries, guys. Thanks, everyone. So the top of this one, that is going to go with the V pointing downwards. Now this is where you want to make sure those points match. You're going to do the same thing top and bottom, and then the sides you're going to add that big square, white square there. Now the first one you're going to want to make sure is right is this center one. Thanks, Yvonne. And you can see there, these points here did not quite join very well, and I can actually see that here. So I'm going to sort of go somewhere in between there. So it's going to still look okay. Make sure it's there. Nice and neat, as best as I can with that little situation. Cody just saw your pink half square triangles on the face. Oh, yes. Facebook, yes. I want to have a look. I'll have to wait until I get off this. All right, that one there's a little bit crooked. That's okay. This one here, point in there, in that seam. Again, grab that, pin there. Okay, see I've got point there, so I want that point to match that point there. So in it goes the, point to the, make it sit properly. Little wiggle, grab there. So far I've only put one pin in, I'm a bit frightened that it might move. That one, there is no seam, so I'm just going to pop it right there. Move it along, little doggy. And then that one, oh yes, so I need to line that one up. That's a bit spaz. Come on, come on. Line her up. Sorry, I'm just fiddling here. Okay, there's 2 points. So I want that one and that one. That looks like it's a little bit open, so I'm going to have to remember to do a double stitch across there, like a back and forth a bit, I think. Otherwise it's going to come undone. That one there. I'm going to put that right next to it. And this one is going to go here. I've been trying to finish this start quilt I am paper piecing. I haven't started sewing. Has been making grandkids aprons. Nice. Very cute. Alright, so that's that one. And let's sew it onto the top of our centre block. And I'll move that because it'll get stuck on it. Oops, days. So, again, I'm just going to line that up there. Eyeball. Hold on to him. I'm aiming for that little triangle again, making sure my needle is right in the point. Just helps when you've got a table, doesn't it? And all the way across there. Down to that one. All the way across here. Those points are right. Now this is the one with the wonky point, so I'm going to do the best I can and hit somewhere in the middle, and fingers crossed it's not too bad. This one here. Again, make sure your seams are nice and flat underneath too, don't forget that. You don't want them all wrinkled and turned and curled. Double wedding ring for about 18 months. Yeah, those double wedding rings, they're a lot of work. You know. It's not a 5-minute job, you know. That one there, we've got a little bit of give. I'm just going to put a bit of tension on that because the one underneath is looks like it's a little bit longer. This is the one where I want to go back and forward. So once I get to that point, I'm going to sit that straight and go back and forward a couple of times just to help that seam not come apart. We don't want it to come apart. I got the idea from you a few lives ago. Okay. Up. Come on. Up. Up. Thank you. All right, so you press it the exact same way. I'm just going to have a quick look at that. Oh, yeah, look, you know, that's that one I had a bit of a wonky seam on it, like a bit of a wonky point. But you know what, if that's all I've lost out of this whole quilt, I'm doing really bloody well. Just saying. So let's turn her over and give her a bit of a press. It might help the situation a little. Where is it? Oh, there. I just fold that up, but I want to burn it. And open her up. Yeah. I hope I don't have to undo that seam, because going back and forwards like that would be not so easy. Just saying. Alrighty. That's that seam there. It's a little bit open at the end. So back and forwards a few times just to really lock it off and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to have to go back and read all these comments. I've got no idea what's going on in the comments. That one there. See, yeah, I've got a bit of a twist there. That was me being silly, not watching. And I think this is the one. Is that the one with the wonky one? No, it must be the other end. Just, or is it that one? No, that one's good. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself right now. Sorry. Oh dear. And there. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's that wonky one. Yep. Yep. So that's where I lost that point, but should be right. Okay, we're just going to give that a nice old press across there. And you know, to be completely honest with you, when you're working, it's good to know that I'm not the only one who talks to myself when doing the I do it all the time. I'm really bad. People have been in the room. You ask Patty or anyone who's been to retreat, Gidget, and I just talk to myself the whole time. Yeah, people must think if you were standing on the outside looking in, you go, oh my God, she's nuts. Talking to yourself is okay. Sometimes you need expert advice. That's what my mum says. I tell my kids that too. All right. Sometimes I say to them, it's the only good, decent conversation I get all day. Leave me alone. All right. So now this is your top. So let's just see. You can see that getting bigger and bigger. So this is going to really add on a good 16 inches to it all the way around both sides. Yeah. Okay. So I'm okay with that. That I'm okay with. You know, that tiny little indiscretion there. Like I say, blind man would love to see it, but we do that top and bottom, and then on the sides you'll do the same, but then you'll add on your, yeah, it looks really good, and then you'll add on your 16.5-inch squares, and yeah, then we're going to do a little bit of a border. Okay, so that's that so far. What I'm going to do, it's gorgeous, isn't it, is we're going to, oh, crooked camera, oh, there we go, a bit drunk. Oh, there we go. So, I know I've got Rod's Rodeo t-shirt on. I look gorgeous. It's good, wasn't it, Veronica? It's lovely. So I will probably get my head around. I might even reel it off to one of the kids during the weeks and get them to write it down. I never talk to myself when, so don't you? Oh, that's awesome. I need to get a move on catching up now with Cody. It's looking great. Thank you. I always talk to myself, Chris. Always. I'm shocking for it. People will say, what? No, it's all right. I'm just yapping to myself. That's a light reflecting. Yeah, they are, Chris. That's the surf pack. That's this one here. That one there. Okay, so we're going to go have a coffee and we're going to come back and do a bit of a box opening because I wasn't realising they were coming that quick. So that's okay. So back orders of Yazi bags, guess what? They're in because they're Yazi bags. See you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye. That's funny, Veronica.